Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to CPS SIM online class. Dear learners, today we would like to discuss voice sense. So, as I have already given you a class on this topic, today, due to the scarcity of camera person, actually I don't have camera person so that I can capture the video or give class you on whiteboard. So actually getting no alternative, I have to give you class on the exercise book. I beg apology for this. So today we basically discuss voice sense of assertive sentence. Okay. So assertive sentence, we all know that it's a type of sentence, something express or some descriptive sentence, we know that. So when we discuss about assertive sentence, we have to keep in mind that we have to perform the 9 parts of tenses, and if we can perform this, I think it will be easier to us to complete it. And for the students who are now in class 6 or 6 or 7, I think they have 2 to 5 marks in the exam, and for the students who are in class 9 10, I think you have 1 or 2 marks in the exam. So let's begin. First I would like to give you the assertive structure. Assertive. Present indefinite tense has 2 structure. One is assertive structure, which we actually learn when we learn about present indefinite tense structure, but unfortunately it is an assertive structure. If we learn that topic passive structure that time, then we need not to discuss it in voice part. Okay, so assertive, so present indefinite tense or every tense, I mean except 3 tenses, has 2 structure. One is assertive and one is active, one is active, other is passive. In active structure we got subject plus base form of verb plus object or extension. Okay. In passive structure we all know that the object of active voice become passive voice's subject. Okay, passive voice is subject, and we have to add am, is or are as auxiliary verb, and the verb which we get as present indefinite, this time we have to make it past participle of that verb, and we have to add by or other preposition if needed, and then the subject of active voice become passive voices object. I think you understand this. So actually this is the structure of present indefinite tense, and if we discuss present indefinite tense says active and passive structure, when we learned tense, in that case we need not to discuss it. So every tenses except 3 tenses has 2 structure. One is active and is passive. Now let us see it in an example. Suppose Dina is the name of a girl. Dina eats apples. So the structure tells us that it is active structure of present indefinite tense. Okay, now we will try to convert it in passive. Okay, apples, which is the object of this sentence. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it becomes the subject of passive voice. So we will write apples at the beginning, and as we are doing or performing passive voice, we have to write am, is, or are. As apple is a plural form, plural countable noun, so we have to take are, third person plural number takes are. Okay, apples are. And what is the past participle form of eat? We know that eat is the present form, and ate is the past form, and eaten is the past participle form of the verb eat. So we'll write eaten. Apples are eaten. We have to use by. Eaten, and the subject become object, Dina. Apples are eaten by Dina, so it is passive. Okay, passive means the work done by somebody else. Okay, so this is the structure of present indefinite. Present indefinite. Now, if we convert it, or if we discuss past indefinite, past indefinite, so I think it's very easy. We just need to change the verbs and the auxiliary verbs, nothing else. Okay, so the structure will be, active structure will be subject plus V2, that means past form of the verb, object. If I write a sentence in support of this structure, I can write, let us use the earlier example so that you can understand what actually need to change. We write Dina, and then it's become becomes at Dina at apples. Subject and the past form of verb and object. Okay, now passive. You can write it as one number. Passive structure, object become subject, and we had am is there as auxiliary verb. Now I think you know that the past form am is there is was, where. So simply we just change the form of the verbs. Was, for am and is we will write was, and where for are, and the past participle will remain same, by plus object. Okay, so then we can change it as apples. It was the subject, it will remain the subject. Apples. Okay, then it was third person plural, so as it was past indefinite, we need to write where. In present indefinite we wrote are, and past indefinite we write where. And the past participle form of eat is eaten. Apples are eaten. Then we write by, and then dinner. So subject object becomes subject. We have to add auxiliary verb, and then the past participle form of verbs by, and then. So it is very easy. It is not hard at all. So you can try it at home. Okay, inshallah I will try to discuss interrogative sentence and imperative sentence, operative sentence. Okay, so thank you all, and if you have any query, any questions, you can text to me in my Facebook page, I mean in my messenger. Okay, or you can even call me if needed. Okay, so thank you. Assalamu alaikum.